At the same time, he is deporting undocumented migrants.
Need y'all follow along with me on this video. How does a person with all these felonies can tell somebody that he's enforcing the law?
About 100 immigration judges have been fired or transferred, or they've resigned.
In July alone, 20 judges have been let go. We talked to 3 of them about how it went down.
It was arbitrary, unfair, and it's an attack on the rule of law. It's an attack on judges.
George Pappas, Jennifer Payton, and Carla Espinoza were all fired this month by email.
Justice.
They were fired by email. That's how cowards work. They couldn't face them, give them a good, just reason why they were terminated.
They'd been federal immigration judges who together ruled on thousands of cases in Chicago and Boston. Did they give you a reason why in your email?
My email was 3 sentences. I had no cause. I had no explanation.
We as judges were in fear. We were concerned. And that makes it very difficult to be impartial. We were not succumbing to that pressure, but it does feel like pressure.
Now here's something I don't understand about our system. They ask you to give a week to 2 weeks notice that you're going to quit, but they can just come and eliminate you right away. I think that's backwards. And then in some industries, if you are professional enough or unprofessional enough to give them a 2 weeks notice, they walk you out the door. Go figure.
Were you ever told how to rule?
Yes.
What'd they say?
They told me, grant the motions to dismiss. This is when ICE was roaming the courthouses, because if we dismiss the case, that person that responded then leaves the court vulnerable to immediate apprehension and expedited removal.
Just so people understand, you grant a motion to dismiss the case.
Correct.
Now the individual what?
They are no longer in proceedings.
Once they left the courtroom, more often than not, they will be handcuffed and led away by the ICE officers.
So here's what Dumb Donald is doing. He's arresting every and anybody that he can so he can turn around, and if he found one person who is actually a criminal out of 20, he's going to say he deported 20 criminals. He's playing the numbers because in his so-called campaign, he said he's going to clean up the country of illegal immigrants. But he's just playing the numbers. He's wrapping up as many people as he possibly can, so the number looks big. But the question is, how many of those were actually criminals?
Yeah, back up. CBS News has reported on the numerous cases where ICE agents detained immigrants as they exited their court hearings. With about 600 immigration judges left, courts now face a backlog of nearly 4 million cases. President Trump says it could take 200 years to resolve all these cases.
It is my opinion that this administration could give a hoot about the backlog.
The administration says repeatedly, these folks are here illegally. That's breaking the law. They got to go. Do they have a point?
Well, that's why they're in proceedings in court. There's law that we're applying, and they might have to go. They might not.
What's at stake here?
It's really the future of our country. If the funding is going to enforcement and there's no justice left, that shows that our country is no longer embracing the need for due process and for justice.
Due process is one of those things that make us different from other countries. I know in some cases it should be innocent until proven guilty, but there are been a lot of cases when you're guilty and now you got to prove your innocence. Wonder if Dumb Donald didn't get due process. How much would he like it then?
That's a big statement. The future of the country is at stake here. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely. If you're attacking the very judges that adjudicate cases, there's not going to be a rule of law. That should concern everybody, not just immigrants, but U.S. citizens.
Today is them, is immigrants. What about tomorrow? Who's going to get due process denied next?
We reached out to the Justice Department. It declined to comment on the firings, but said the Trump administration is, quote, vigorously enforcing our nation's immigration law.
So if a person comes in this country undocumented, it's not a felony, nor is it a misdemeanor. It's a civil law. When it becomes a felony is when they are deported and they return back. So he's got all these people think that he's really enforcing the rule of law, dumb Donald. And it's a civil, not a felony or a misdemeanor. You have felonies. Deport yourself.